As the 2024-2025 NFL season is just right around the corner, I will be simming the whole entire season in Madden 25 to see who wins the Rookie of the Year, MVP, and the Super Bowl. But first, I want to try to predict what Madden will do. So first, I think Caleb Williams will win Rookie of the Year, Joe Burrow wins MVP, and the Lions win the Super Bowl. So I'm going to go ahead and create the franchise, and I'll see you guys in week 2. So let's hop straight into it. It is now week 2, and the Lions did lose to Rams 27-10 in their first game of the season. They are 0-1, but now in week 2 they are playing the Tampa Bay Buccaneers 0-1. So let's see if we can get their first win. But still, obviously, those Vikings 1-0, Packers 1-0, Lions and Chicago 0-1. But yeah, these are the NFC stats, or I should say standings. These are the stats. Bo Nix, 331 passing yards, 3 TDs. Kenneth Walker, 18 attempts, 196 yards, 2 TDs. Now let's see how the NFL standings are. Obviously, standings don't really matter, but Vikings 1-0, Bengals 1-0, Packers 1-0, Rams 1-0. So yeah, obviously half of them are going to be 1-0 and the other half is going to be 0-1. But let's see the other stats and see how Caleb Williams is going to do. Obviously, that's our pick for Rookie of the Year. All right, so Caleb Williams threw for 168 yards, 16 attempts. So Caleb Williams threw for 168 yards, 16 completions, 26 attempts, 1 interception. So not so good to start, obviously, for Rookie of the Year. But yeah, so Bo Nix leading in passing yards, Will Levis second, and Rodgers in third. So now let's hop straight into week 6 and see where everyone stands. It is now week 6, and the Lions are 3-1, coming off their bye week, playing Cowboys 3-2. Let's check out the standings. The Packers are 4-1, so they are first in the NFC North. But both the Bears and the Vikings are 1-4. Dolphins undefeated, Chiefs undefeated, Steelers undefeated, Jets undefeated. Wow, that is a lot of undefeated teams. And no undefeated teams in the NFC, with the 49ers and the Commanders and the Packers being tied for first at both 4-1. Now let's go check the stats, see who's leading in passing, rushing, and receiving. So in passing, it is Dak Prescott with 1,368 yards, 119 completions, 166 attempts, 16 TDs, 2 interceptions. Definitely a front runner for MVP. Bryce Young in second for passing yards. Kirk Cousins third. But we do need to check Joe Burrow, as we did pick him for MVP. And he's thrown for 1,046 yards, 96 completions, 140 attempts, 10 TD passes, 5 interceptions. So definitely not going to win MVP. I don't see him making a comeback. But for rushing, Christian McCaffrey, not surprised, in first, with Najee Harris in second, and Kenneth Walker in third. And then for receiving, we have CeeDee Lamb, who is first projected in every single fantasy league, who should be drafted first. Darnell Mooney on the Falcons now in second, and Tyreek Hill in third. I predict Tyreek Hill going to be in first in real life. But yeah, so now we are going to hop straight into week 9, and I'll see you guys in week 9. We are now in week 9 playing the Packers, who are first in the NFC North. So this is a big game for the Lions, as they are 5-2. Packers sitting at 6-2. But the other standings are Washington first in the NFC East over Dallas and Philly. New York Giants 0-8. Rough start for Daniel Jones and Malik Neighbors. The Saints are 5-3. Seahawks are 6-2. And then if we go over to AFC, let's see if any of those undefeated teams are still undefeated. And the Dolphins are 7-0 undefeated. Chiefs 6-1. Raiders 6-2. Jets 6-2. But let's go check the stats, see where everyone's doing, who's probably going to be the MVP. We got to check Caleb Williams, see how he's doing. But yeah, so let's go check the stats. Okay, so Joe Burrow makes the comeback. As I said, I don't think he's going to, but he's now leading the NFL with 2,015 yards, 169 completions, 239 attempts, 19 TDs, 6 interceptions. Bryce Young, though, in second passing yards. Who was it? Dak? Yeah, Dak is now all the way down here. And then for rushing, Christian McCaffrey still in first, and Najee Harris. Basically same thing, but Kenneth Walker is now fourth. And receiving is CeeDee Lamb. Jamar Chase, I assume he gained a lot more yardage because obviously Joe Burrow threw for an extra like 1,000 passing yards. So yeah, now we are going to go look at week 12, and I'll see you guys at week 12. We are in week 12, and the Lions are 7-3, looking good. They are playing the Colts 4-7. So Dallas moves up over Washington. Packers still in first. Saints still in first. San Fran is now in first. And then the AFC. Will the Dolphins be undefeated still? And they are not at 9-1. The Chiefs are 8-2. Bengals 8-3. Okay, he is all the way down the bottom. 1,702 yards. 143 completions, 223 attempts, 12 TDs, 3 interceptions. Not bad, not bad. And let's see, I didn't even check. Is Joe Burrow still in first? And he is. That is a good time, but Patrick Mahomes is making a little bit of a comeback. For rushing, it is Christian McCaffrey still, Derrick Henry, Kenneth Walker. And receiving, it is Jamar Chase now, CeeDee Lamb, Darnell Mooney. And then these are the team stats. So the Ravens are in first, Bengals are in second. And then for defense is the Chiefs, the Raiders, and the Packers. So now it is time to sim into week 15. I'll see you guys in week 15. We are now in week 15. The Lions play Thursday night. They are 8-5. Bills are 7-6. But alright, so Cowboys still in first, Packers still in first. Same standings. And then for the AFC, okay, let's just check the NFL. So the Chiefs are in first at 11-2. 49ers second. Dolphins moved down to 3. They're 11-2, same as the Chiefs. Well, yeah, and then the Bengals. Where are the Lions sitting at? The Lions are sitting at 13. So we'll see if they end up making the playoffs or not. But let's go look at the stats. For the NFL, Joe Burrow is still in first. Patrick Mahomes still in second. Dak in third. For rushing, Christian McCaffrey still in first. Kenneth Walker second. Derrick Henry third. So these guys are kind of just flip-flopping. And then for receiving, Jamar Chase, CeeDee Lamb, Tyreek Hill. That's like the same as it's been. And now for the player of the weeks, it has been Brock Purdy, Nick Chubb, Marshawn Lattimore, Dak Prescott, Joe Burrow again. And then let's see the front runners. So for MVP, it is Dak Prescott. Joe Burrow is in fourth. I do not think he will win. So yeah, and then I'm pretty sure we can Coach of the Year, Mike McDaniel. Where is my boy Dan Campbell? He is not on this list. So now it is time to advance to the final week of the regular season. Week 18. See what the playoffs are going to look like. And yeah, let's hop straight into it. It is now week 18. The Lions are 9-7, playing the Vikings at 4-12. Monday night, the week before the wild card. Green Bay at 11-5. Detroit 9-7. Bears 8-8. And the Vikings at 4-12. Let's check the whole NFL. See who's in first. The Chiefs, Niners, Dolphins, Bengals, Ravens are the top 5. And then for the stats, Joe Burrow still in first, Patrick Mahomes in second, Dak in third. Yeah, we're used to seeing Christian McCaffrey. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs now takes over third with Kenneth Walker in fourth. And then receiving, Jamar Chase, CeeDee Lamb, Justin Jefferson now in third. But let's check the playoff picture. Okay, so this is what the playoffs are looking like. Dolphins. So this is what the playoffs are looking like. The wild card for the AFC is the Dolphins, Bills, Bengals, Jets, Texans, Ravens. And then for the wild card for the NFC, it is the Packers and the Lions, Cowboys, Falcons, Saints, and Seahawks. So we are going to sim. Let's go check who wins the wild card games, and let's see if the Lions move on to take on the 49ers. It is now after the wild card, and the Lions unfortunately did not make the playoffs. That sucks. The Eagles got in. So yeah, Raiders beat Dolphins, Bengals beat the Jets, Ravens beat Texans, Packers beat Saints, and the Seahawks beat Falcons, and the Cowboys beat the Eagles. So now we're gonna go sim. Disappointing that, no, obviously I picked the Lions to win, but we have to see who wins it. Now I am going to pick the Chiefs to win it all. So let's go see who is moving on to the NFC and AFC championship game. It is time. The Raiders beat the Chiefs. The Ravens beat the Bengals. So for the AFC championship game, it is going to be the Raiders versus the Ravens. I'm picking the Ravens. The 49ers beat the Seahawks dominantly. And the Cowboys barely beat the Packers. Obviously, the Packers destroyed the Cowboys in real life in the wild card. So in the NFC is going to be the 49ers versus the Cowboys. I think it will be the 49ers versus the Ravens, and I got the 49ers winning. Maybe they can win in Madden, but they can't win it in the NFL. So let's go see who's moving on to the Super Bowl. It is now time for the Super Bowl, and the Cowboys end up defeating the 49ers 38-21, and I got that prediction wrong, but I did predict the Ravens beating the Raiders. So I got the Ravens now winning the Super Bowl. Obviously, maybe the Cowboys can finally win the Super Bowl, as all these teams that always choke in real life seem to be doing good at Madden. So let's go sim the Super Bowl, and then we will do a 2024-2025 NFL recap with all the awards, and obviously whoever wins the Super Bowl. It is time now to see who won the Super Bowl. And it is the Ravens 35-28. Lamar does win the MVP, so I was wrong about choosing Joe Burrow. Andy Reid wins Coach of the Year. Lamar wins Offense Player of the Year. Josh Allen wins Defense Player of the Year. Caleb Williams wins Offensive Rookie of the Year. I say he's going to win Rookie of the Year, but I don't even see Rookie of the Year up here. And then Edwin Cooper wins Defense of Rookie of the Year. So guys, that is what Madden thinks will happen in the next season of the NFL. So if you guys like this video, hit the subscribe button. I'll see you guys in the next videos. Peace.